Chris Gunzz here with the great Yoel Judah, trainer of his son Zab Judah, and among others. September 14th, Yoel, is only a few days away. They're calling it the event of the year. How competitive of a fight do you think Floyd versus Canelo is going to be?
Say that again. Say what? Say that again.
How competitive of a fight do you think Floyd and Canelo is going to be?
I think it's going to be a tough fight. Floyd is the master. He got the master in the ring. He knows the ring backwards. But I don't know. I think Canelo's going to be in the fight big time. I think he's going to give Floyd a run for his money.
Yeah, your insight's really interesting because your son actually fought 3 of the 4 guys in the 2 main events, and you have better insight than most people. He fought Floyd Mayweather in one of Floyd's toughest fights. He only been tested a handful of times. How great has Floyd been for these 17 years, going undefeated, only tested a handful of times? One of the times was your son, like I said. How great's he been through the 17 years?
Floyd's good. Floyd's definitely the guy. He's the guy. He got the game down. He's in masterful shape. You know what I mean? That's what the key to boxing is. He's in good shape where he can basically do what he want to do in that ring. You know what I'm saying? And then he trains. I've been around Floyd, for about 17 years. We trained together a bunch of times. And he just got it. He just got the moves. You know what I mean? And, I've never seen there's not too many fighters that I see that train like Floyd.
Yeah. And you said that you do expect a competitive fight and you expect a tough fight from Canelo. What is it about Canelo that you've been seeing that makes you think he's ready for this opportunity?
Because Canelo is, to me, is a young, brash, hard puncher, and he's pretty quick himself. And he's confident, he's undefeated, and he got a whole country behind him. So you don't worry, he's gonna fight. I think that I've seen the best of them go. I've seen Big John Tate, Mike Weaver back in the 70s when I was, and John Tate was running hard to the 15th round. Maybe Mike Weaver caught up with him. Bingo, there you go. This is boxing. Anything can happen. He needs for 1 shot, and the game's over.
And if you're in his corner, what's he have to do to be successful?
Who, Mayweather?
Canelo.
My thing is here. I don't want to give up my strategy, but I know how to get to Floyd. If I ever fight Floyd again with somebody, I know how to get him.
And how do you see the fight playing out once the bell rings?
There's one thing in particular you got to do when you fight Mayweather. A lot of these trainers, they're looking right over it. And that's the key to beating them. And they're not doing it. But if I ever get a fight and we fight him again, then they'll see. I definitely know how to get him though. If Zab, you see how to beat for the first 5-6 rounds when Zab was fighting him.
Yeah.
But Zab got tired. He kept throwing them wild punches, and he got reckless and trying to knock Floyd out. And that's not. You don't try to knock Floyd out. You don't do that.
Yeah, your son used great boxing and great speed to befuddle Floyd for the first half of the fight, but Canelo doesn't have that kind of speed that Zab has. We saw 2 kind of ways to beat Floyd through the years. We saw Zab's way through boxing and being faster than Floyd, and then we saw like Miguel Cotto. Obviously, Canelo is closer in style to Cotto. So, do you think that would be his key to victory, to kind of bull him into the ropes and go to the body a lot? Because we heard that Floyd even got dropped for the first time in sparring a couple days ago. That's going through the news now. Is that the key to victory, going to the body a lot early and often?
Well, Floyd might get dropped, but he gonna get up. But when it comes fight night, Floyd gonna be Weatherbury. He gonna be moving. Canelo has to do certain things with Mayweather, and I just hope he got a smart corner. I so far been watching Access 24/7 on Showtime, and I don't really see them doing it. I watch his corner doing everything else, but there's one particular thing you got to do with Mayweather, and you beat him. That's it. Look, I'm an old school trainer, so and I was told by some of the best, and that's why I had Floyd beat with Zab. If Zab didn't get tired, we definitely would have beat Floyd. So that's why I always want to fight again. If I get a fight, don't get tired. We beat him. We're gonna beat him. I know how to beat him. I know how to outsmart him. I know how to get there before he get there.
So, what's your final prediction? What are we gonna see Saturday night?
Floyd should be victorious, but like what I'm saying, he should be victorious. This is boxing. Strange things happen. That's all I can tell you.
So I kind of get the feel that
you can't play. You can play football, you can play basketball, you can play soccer. You can't play boxing. You can't play.
Something tells me you're kind of feeling upset in the air. I know I am.
No, I'm not saying that. But the master, what he do? I'm just saying that, this is boxing. I see it happen over and over again. I get to the top, he's young, Brad, undefeated. Things happen. That's all I can say.
Yeah, not too many people think it's going to be competitive. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a real competitive fight. And not to be overshadowed, but some people think that the undercard fight is going to overshadow the main event. What do you think of Lucas Matthysse versus Danny Garcia? With a win for Lucas...
Well, first of all, if my son if he had his head on right, and he had a good corner, he would have knocked out Danny Garcia. Like I said, me and him went through straight trainers with that fight. And certain things he did not want to listen to, which won him 5 world titles with me. He didn't want to do it, so he went on and got another little team that didn't know what they was doing. I call him the dumb squad. And he lost to Danny Garcia. He should have knocked Danny out. With me, he would have knocked Danny out within 8, 9 rounds. Danny's been knocked out.
Does Zab feel that way too?
And Danny Garcia.
Does Zab feel that way too?
Steven's got a good...
Does Zab feel that way too now in retrospect?
Go which way? Which way?
Does he feel like with you in the corner he would have definitely beat Danny?
You know that. He know with me. He made it to a certain degree. He already know with me in the corner. He knocked Danny Garcia out. But he know what it is. You know what I'm saying? He beat Matthysse. I was in the corner when he fought Matthysse. I was in the corner when he fought Batista. I was there when he fought Batista. He got dropped. I told him to get up. You got to keep boxing. I said, pick it up. You got to go to another level. I told him certain things in that fight you got to do, and he still won that fight. You know what I mean? So, certain things you got to do in a fight, especially in championship rounds.
And that was one of the biggest maybe the biggest win of his career, in retrospect especially, beating Matthysse. What do you think of Matthysse, and what do you think is going to play out during the fight?
Danny Garcia and Matthysse?
Yeah. How do you think it's going to play out?
No, Danny's not going to lay down. That's number one. Danny going to fight. Danny going to fight. Danny going to put up a fight. But Batista, I give him right now, he got the power. Danny can hit him too. Danny can hurt him too. I don't be like Batista going to go in there. I don't think Batista going to go in there and blast Danny out. I don't see that. If he gets Danny, it's going to be late rounds.
One of the best in the business, New York's own, Yoel Judah. Appreciate your time, Yoel.
You're welcome.
Ronnie Shields. Ronnie, September 14th is only a few days away. They're calling it the event of the year. How competitive of a fight do you think Floyd and Canelo is going to be?
Well, I think it's going to be a real competitive fight. I think people are underestimating, the skills of Canelo Alvarez. He is a young guy, but he is a world champion, and his last couple of fights he fought some pretty good kids. So, I think he's going to have a great shot. He's definitely going to be a bigger guy in there. And if you know Floyd has bad hands, so he's not going to really be trying to hit Canelo to hurt him. He's just going to hit him, just try to hit him to score points and get out of the way of punches. I do predict that Floyd Mayweather is going to win by a wide decision. But I think, if Canelo, the only way Canelo is going to have a chance in this fight is if he can find Mayweather and hit him with not one shot. It's going to take about 3 or 4 shots for him to hit him with in order for him to have any success in this fight. And I really think it's going to be a great fight, though. I think the fans are going to really be into it because everything Canelo does, the fans are really, really going to be hyped up about it. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I know everybody else is also.
Yeah, you were a great fighter in your own right, and you learned your craft of training from the great Georgie Benton, and Georgie's known to be a great defensive specialist. Loves teaching defense to his fighters, and of course you do too. You have to appreciate Floyd. How great has he been for these past 17 years? Only tested a handful of times. How great's he been?
Well, he's been better than everybody else. So that's the thing, he's just been better than everybody else. The thing about with Floyd is, he takes boxing very serious. A lot of guys don't. You don't see Floyd walking around 30 or 40 pounds overweight like most fighters. You don't see him taking off although he don't fight as many times as a lot of people do, but you never see him over 5 to 10 pounds overweight. And that's the dedication that it takes. You have to always be ready because you never know when you're going to get that call. Just say, hey, you know what? This is your opportunity. This is your chance. So Floyd has been there. He's done that. He's proved it over and over again. And a lot of the young fighters have to really take heed to what Floyd has done and why he's always been at the top. It's not because he picks opponents. He always picks the best opponent that's available. But he's serious about what he does and how he handles himself, and he's always in shape. I've never seen Floyd Mayweather out of shape. Always in shape, always ready to go. And this is the problem I think that we're having with a lot of young kids today is, in between fights, they don't go to the gym, they don't run, they don't do anything. They get real heavy, get real big, and it kills, but this is why you don't see another Floyd Mayweather out there.
Yeah, he stays sharp as a razor, and
absolutely
always in shape. And what tells the story of how respectful you see Floyd. You talk to him about him with a lot of respect. You think that it's going to be a competitive fight, and you see Canelo as being a worthy adversary to Floyd, but you still expect Floyd to win by a pretty wide unanimous decision. That shows the measure of respect that you have for Floyd. But in watching the Showtime All Access, is there anything you see from Canelo that makes you believe that he's not only ready for the opportunity, but he can win? And what would you tell him if you were in his corner? What's the strategy for Canelo to fight Floyd?
Well, I think if I was in Canelo's corner, the first thing I would tell him is he cannot pay attention to the crowd. It's going to be a lot of hype going on in that arena that night. So he can't pay attention to the crowd. If he does something and the crowd starts screaming, that don't mean that he has to rush himself and, go out and just try to beat Floyd up because maybe he thought he did something and he really didn't do it. He really has to pay attention to what he's doing. He has to set a pace that he and only he can handle. If he set a pace that he knows later on, because he's been suspect as far as his conditioning is concerned. And with the hype of this fight, the adrenaline is going to be really, really going fast. So he can't set a real fast pace because then it's going to hurt him. And he's going to be the one to get hurt down the line. Floyd, he knows how to pace himself, and he knows, how to do everything. So he can't be that way. He has to fight his own fight. And let Floyd fight his fight and hope his game plan is a little bit better than Floyd's.
Yeah, what impresses me is the kid's only 23 years old, Canelo is, and he seems almost like he's been obsessed with fighting Floyd. So I'm hoping that he could fight to the ability that he feels he can, and I hope we see a great fight. How do you see the fight playing out once the bell rings?
Well, I think once the bell rings, I think you have to look at both fighters first. First thing first. Floyd knows one thing, that Canelo has never fought at this level before. He realizes that, and he realizes there's going to be a lot of pressure on Canelo Alvarez. So Floyd, he has two choices. He can sit back and let Canelo try to dictate the pace, or he can push the pace right away and let Canelo drain himself. But on the other hand, with Canelo, what he has to do is he has to continue to fight the way he's been winning. No matter if it's Floyd Mayweather in front of him or not, Canelo always takes his time in the first 2-3 rounds. And he has to continue to do that because that's been successful for him. So he has to fight his fight. He cannot let the hype of the fight get to him. And that's going to be the key to the fight. Canelo is number one, if he can hit Floyd. Number two, he got to have a slow pace. He can't go out there and let the pace be so fast that he can't keep up in the end.
And a lot of people the event because of what they see on All Access, but a lot of people think that at the end of the night that it's going to be the second best fight of the night behind the Danny Garcia-Lucas Matthysse fight.
Danny Garcia. Well, you know what? I mean, just looking at this fight too, I hope this fight don't disappoint people because what they've been saying is both guys knocking guys out. And that's only right. That's what they've been saying. They've been saying that a lot. But the thing about it is, look, it's going to be a lot of nerve. It's going to be a lot of nerve in this fight. Because here's the thing: Matthysse knows Garcia can punch. Garcia knows Matthysse can punch. It's going to be a chess match. It's not going to be an all-out war. I think that people think is going to happen. It's going to be a good fight, I believe. But don't forget, both of these guys can punch. The thing is, and both of these guys take the punch. Whoever hits who first has to weather the storm right away. And if you can't weather the storm, then one guy is definitely going to get knocked out. And look, a lot of people are picking Matthysse, but you know what? I like Danny Garcia for one reason. Danny Garcia knows how to box. He has a lot of amateur experience, and he can box, and he can punch. So I'm going to go with the boxer puncher.
Yeah, just like the defensive specialist would, I would think.
Absolutely.
With a win, though, over Lucas, how do you think it's going to be for Danny if he does win the fight? You think he's going to become a crossover star? You think he's going to become a mainstream boxing star with a win? Danny. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, I think without a doubt. If Danny wins, it's a strong possibility. Whoever wins this fight, he's probably Mayweather's next fight. That's a strong possibility that that whoever wins can fight Floyd as welterweight. I mean, and I think it'll be well deserved because just looking at the guys that both of these guys have been fighting and been winning, they deserve to fight a huge fight. Because both of these guys, I think after this fight, are going to be responsible for, if this fight goes over, beat the record of Floyd and De La Hoya, I think that it's going to be because of Matthysse and Garcia.
Could possibly be. And what do you think it's going to be? You said Danny's going to win the fight. You think it'll be a decision or stoppage?
I think it's going to be a decision. I really think it's going to be a unanimous decision in favor of Danny Garcia, just for the simple reason that he can box, but that's again that's just my opinion, and it ain't worth nothing if he gets hit on the chain or vice versa,
Yep, and the defensive specialist Ronnie Shields predicting 2 victories for the boxers on Saturday night. Appreciate your time, Ronnie.
I love it.
Buddy McGirt, September 14th, coming up fast. They're calling it the event of the year. How good of a fight do you think Floyd versus Canelo is going to be?
I think it's going to be like a fight that's been boxing long needed. So I think it's going to be like a real showcase. I think we're going to see Floyd get hurt, get knocked down, but get up and win.
A lot of fighters that I talk to are predicting an easy win for Floyd, and a lot of the trainers are seeing it as a real competitive fight. When you look at Canelo, what do you see that makes you feel he's ready for this opportunity?
I'm gonna say he deserves the opportunity because he's for a chain, he's for a trout, he's playing one put in front of him. Ready is a different ball game. I don't think he's ready for it. I say he deserves it. He put everyone in front of him, but is he ready? No, but is he going to make it a fight? Yes. I think he's going to make it a fight. He's a young, strong man. You know what I mean? And he's got a lot to prove. But like I say, Floyd might get hit, he might get hurt, he might even get knocked down. But I've seen Floyd stop him around in the round, 9 or 10 rounds.
Yeah, I hear a great fighter and a great trainer like you talk with a lot of respect for Floyd, and I'm hearing it a lot, especially lately. How great has Floyd been these past 17 years, going unbeaten, only tested a few times? How great's he been?
Well, listen, he's fought everyone he put in front of him, and he's beat put in front of him. So you can't. So he fought De La Hoya. People said De La Hoya wasn't the De La Hoya vote. It's sort of like when Larry Holmes was champ, you know?
Yeah.
They fought and beat everybody put in front of him.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. De La Hoya was a little older. You know what I'm saying? It's not his fault that that there was really no one really around.
Yep.
I mean, he fought Corrales. God bless Corrales. Handled him easily. Arturo, he handled easily. Everybody. I mean, who else is there? Castillo. I mean, the first fight. Second fight, he had those hand problems. But I think he's passed out now, and he's matured a whole lot since then. I mean, Robert Guerrero, come on, that was like a sparring match. Same with Shane Mosley. And Jab gave him a tough time for 6 rounds, but then Jab lost focus and Floyd took over. So he's made adjustments. I mean, he's been everybody. Ricky Hatton, everybody. I see this being his last fight.
I think so. Wow.
I think he's gonna go out there and put it all on the line, hurt hands and all. Because he's been having a lot of problems with his hands. So if he hurt his hands against Guerrero, he's definitely gonna hurt his hands against Canelo. And Canelo's gonna make him work more. So I think after this fight, after he proves that he's the best, I think he's just gonna say that's it.
Let's say you're right.
He has a contract, but if he's medically excused, they can't make him fight if his hands are messed up.
Yep. Can't make him fight even if his hands were healthy. Can't make a man fight. And
I think after this, he has nothing else to prove.
Well, let's say you're right.
Yeah.
Where would he rank all time if this was his last fight and he wins a unanimous decision? Let's say he wins 9 or 10 rounds. Where would he rank to you? Is he the best ever?
No, not the best. No, nowhere near the best ever.
Okay.
No, not the best ever. No.
Some people are starting to say it. I don't think so either, personally. But
I don't even put him in the top 10 as the best ever.
Yeah. There's too many incredible fighters.
He's a great fighter.
Yeah. He's a great fighter.
Really great fighter.
Yep.
The fans gotta understand one thing. Because a guy's undefeated don't make him great. He's great in his era. Yeah, in his time, yes. I give that to him. But one of the greatest ever? No way.
Yeah. You're a great general to have in the corner. If you were in Canelo's corner, what would be the game plan? What would you have him go out there and try to do?
You gotta jump on him quick.
Try to get rid of him early, or just...
No, you just gotta jump on him and stay on him. You can't give him a chance to breathe. You can't give him a chance to think. Because you try to stay outside and not think him, he's gonna tear your ass up.
And a lot of people are excited about the fight, but they think that the undercard fight might steal the show. What do you think of Lucas Matthysse and Danny Garcia? With a win over Danny, Lucas will have a lot of respect from everybody in the boxing world. He's going to be a big boxing star, but with a win over Lucas, Danny might be a crossover star, possibly. What do you think of that fight?
Listen, man, that's like Clint Eastwood going against John Wayne.
Never heard of that comparison.
I mean, that's bullets and gun smoke, man. That fight's gonna be bullets and guns. Listen, I mean, I can't even predict. All I can say is the Latin guy's gonna win.
A safe bet. No prediction for that one.
One way to put it.
So you don't get a prediction for that one? You're just gonna sit back and watch it play out, huh?
Yeah.
Buddy McGirt.